get another journo on the other side? Good, thanks. Justin.
Thanks, mate. Perfect. I'll put it Benny. Just as we go to get started, natural. Perfectly quiet up until now.
Is it just a light bulb?
I think so. Yep, I think we're good.
Yeah, like it. Let's go.
All right. Guys, 1 minute. Perfect. Everyone happy? Cameras rolling?
Rolling.
Good. Ben, why don't we start with you, mate?
Tony, how did the 10-day training camp in Abu Dhabi go?
Yeah, very well. Obviously, it's something that we don't get often in international football, an opportunity to work with the players over an extended period, and yeah, so I welcomed that, and grateful to have the players, and yeah, we were able to work on a lot of things on and off the field. Some players that we haven't seen before as well, so it was good to understand where they're at in this moment.
You mentioned the fact that you don't often get 10 days of working exposure to your players. What was the biggest takeaway you got from that camp in terms of your preparation for the game in Saudi Arabia?
Well, that really, you know, you usually get 2 days before a match. You know, having them for 10 days, we could work on a lot more of our playing style. You know, get to know the players a little better off the field as well. And I think it was important for the players also, you know, after a long season at their respective clubs, that they could come in and, you know, really bond well with the group, also with the coaching staff. And, you know, we really enjoyed the camp, and, you know, we feel that will certainly help us in these 2 games.
Matt Leckie revealed last night he actually tweaked his hammy on Tuesday. At what point did you guys know, and how hard was that making that late tweak to the squad?
Yeah, yeah, it's a shame because you know, we were on the flight, so I didn't see the game live. But I watched the game back this morning, and you know, he was very worthy of winning the Man of the Match award. I thought he was outstanding in the game, and it's why we had him in the squad, because you know, for big matches he can provide the experience and quality that you need in big moments. And it's a shame for him, shame for us, but I'm sure he'll wake up feeling a little better after winning the final.
Alessandro back in the squad after that knee injury. How's he looking, and what's the word on his fitness?
Yeah, we're delighted to have him. You know, he's played 2 games, consecutive games for Parma. We didn't expect to have him, so we weren't planning on having him in the squad, and we anticipated September would be the earliest moment to have him back. But once he played those 2 games and he got through it, we saw the opportunity to bring him in. We've worked with him for a couple of days, just the last few days of the camp in Abu Dhabi, and he looks well. You know, he's still, you know, game fitness is not quite there, but you know, we're happy to have him, and feel he can certainly contribute.
Obviously, no Jackson Irvine. How much of a hole does that kind of leave? Who are you looking at to step up there? I know you got Metcalf coming back in the squad as well.
Yeah, we have a few options. I think Connor Metcalf is a player we haven't seen since I've been with the Socceroos. Riley McGree comes back in after a long layoff also. You know, without this camp, it would have been very difficult to pick those 2 players without seeing them for 10 days. So, you know, that's you know, welcome additions to the squad, and we have some options. We got some other players, obviously, you know, Patrick Yazbek coming back in, who's doing very well in the US. Aidan O'Neill, of course, Ryan Teague. So we've got some good options in midfield.
Along with Alessandro, you've got Cam and Adam, Perth boys that are named. What would this mean for them potentially getting the opportunity to play in front of a crowd?
I'm sure they're buzzing. Family and friends. Hometown is always special. I feel it when I'm in Sydney. I felt it when we played Indonesia. It's quite special, and I'm excited. I'm not from Perth to be back here because I've had some great memories here and great time when I was coaching at Perth Glory, and I'd expect them to lift even further for the game.
Plenty of, I guess, big names to miss out. Probably showcases the depth of this squad. I'll just run through a few, and if you could give your thoughts. So, Aaron Kunda, reasons.
Look, he was just overlooked for this camp. He was selected to go with the under-20s instead, but I've just been told that he has a slight hamstring injury, so he's had to pull out of that. But he's played a lot of games at Grasshoppers, so we're very happy that he's getting minutes, and we hope that he has a bright future that we expect him to have.
Craig Goodwin?
Injured. He pulled out. He has a foot problem and will be requiring surgery, so not available.
How long is that going to be out for?
I'm not sure at the moment. He hasn't had the surgery. He's, I think it's in sometime in June, middle of June. But it's something that he's tried to avoid, but he wasn't able to be available for this camp, and I'm sure he'll be ready to go for the upcoming A-League season.
How hard has it been for him battling that? And do you know how long he's been struggling with that?
I think the last month or so he's been trying to get through the games. It's something I think he's had ongoing for a while, but been able to manage it, and he's just got to a point that he needs to intervene.
Yep. Milanovic, had a ripper A-League season.
Yeah, he did, and we had him in camp, so it was a great reward for the young man that has a great season in terms of performances. Also gets the Player of the Year, gets a move to Aberdeen, comes into his first Socceroos camp. So really happy for the young man, and I'm sure he would have taken a lot away from that camp, and moving forward, I think he can improve significantly.
And Nectar's an interesting case. Greece seem to be chasing him hard. Where does that sit at the moment?
I'm not too sure where it exactly sits, but we had him in the squad for the camp, and on the day that he was supposed to travel, he informed us that he's not coming in. So that's his decision that he made, and we'll see where that goes.
What reasons did he give you?
He just said that he's got a lot of things on at the moment, a lot on his mind in terms of what he wants to do. We have to respect that, and we'll see what happens.
A nice highlight, Paul Ocon's son, permanent Socceroos captain. Might be the first one, I'm not sure, but that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's we monitored him in the under-20s tournament that they were very successful in and won it. He was outstanding in that tournament. We brought him into the camp really just open-minded to see the level of the young man. Physically he certainly was very capable. He hasn't had a lot of minutes at Benfica, but obviously the training that he's getting there has really helped him, and he deserves to be here. So we're delighted for him.
Just in regards to Casey Moss as well, what have you seen from him down the stretch of the A-League season? You felt warranted selection?
Yeah, as you say, the back end of the A-League season, he's been really good, scoring goals. Looks very confident. I know him from my time at Victory. He's really developed a lot over the last 3 or 4 years, and I believe he deserves his opportunity.
Just with, you mentioned Ryan Blue before and Conor Metcalf. Under Arnie at times they played on the left side of midfield, although coming up through the ranks they were both central midfielders. Do you kind of see that versatile? Do you see them as versatile pieces, or do you kind of have thoughts about them in one position or the other?
I think versatility is the right word. When you see where they play at their clubs, they're moved around from left and right in terms of an attacking sense, and both are very comfortable in a central midfield role as well. So we want to take advantage of that, and they're two very good players that are back in.
You mentioned earlier Noah Jackson Irvine, Max Ballard's obviously had a good season in Europe. What were your thoughts on him in camp, and was it a hard mission to make?
Yeah, he was in camp. He's had a very good year. That's why he was in camp. He's a prospect, and Maxi knows exactly how we feel about him, and I'm sure he'll go away and start the new season at NUC Breda full of confidence, and we hope to see him keep improving, and we'll keep monitoring him.
And you mentioned in the past in terms of the striking, it's horses for courses, depends on what you need. No Cassini Yengi in this one. What did you see of him in camp? Did you feel like major lack of match minutes kind of hurting me at camp?
Yeah, we saw him for 10 days, and he clearly lacks. The match fitness is one thing, but we can see that he hasn't trained enough really to be in contention for two crucial matches. And we've left him out for now, and we'll see what he does next in his club career. But he needs to play some games.
What would be a good fit for him club-wise, do you think, or what sort of league?
Look, that's a question for him. He played League One at Portsmouth. He helped them get promoted. He had limited game time in the Championship. I think after speaking to him, he's quite open-minded on what can happen next, but he needs to find a club where he can at least have the opportunity to start games and get the minutes that he needs.
And what are you expecting from Japan? Obviously, they're already locked in, and I heard that they might be bringing their best squad over. What are you kind of expecting from them?
Not their best squad over. I wonder what that would look like, because when we played them in Japan, they had their starting 11 all playing in Europe. We can see that they have a mixture of J-League players and European-based players in their squad, and we haven't beaten them often, so I'm sure they'll be strong regardless of who they play.
What would it mean to get a win against them and lock in your place?
Well, a win is something that we're really pushing towards, and we feel confident that we can show an improved performance from what we did in Japan, and albeit that was a very good one, and we'll have to be at our best to beat the best team in Asia, and that's where we want to get to, and to be the best we have to beat the best, and they clearly are.
To have a huge home crowd here, what sort of bonus do you think that'll be?
Well, we anticipate a big crowd. We want them to get right behind the Socceroos, and that can make the difference. We put ourselves in a good position in the group, and beating Japan can take us another step further, and we're almost there.
Just on that last one with Japan, I suppose it's a little while ago now, but did you find areas that you feel you could exploit in that team coming into this one, given you've matched it with them?
Look, that was our first window together. We played very well to get a point. Defensively, the players were outstanding. But going forward, we need to do better to beat Japan, and we have to improve on that. But I think we as a team have improved since October, and we have the opportunity now to show that. And if we can manage that, then I feel we have the opportunity to beat them.
Just one more victory-related one. I suppose Daniel Azzani's been one that's probably interested fans for a long time. I think it was earlier this year, so he needed to work harder. What have you made of his form since? And thought he looked all right last night as well?
Yeah, he was very good last night. We didn't see the game live because we were on a flight, but I managed to see the game back this morning, and Daniel had a very good game, but I'm sure he'd swap a good game for the win. But he's in good form, and he's rightly selected for this camp.
All sorted, guys?
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Take care.